wanted to talk to you about supersized sounds. Now, supersized sounds are a way of practicing blending, so in the classroom. And the supersized sounds come in a pack of big sounds. I put mine in sheet protectors so that the kids can touch them and play with them and don't get them all yucky. And then I put mine into a 3-ring binder. The way that we do this is that they are numbered in order of our order of introduction. And so you just pull them out of the binder as you need them and add them to your stack. So when you start working with the sounds and you start blending, then first what I would do is I would put a vowel in the center, and then I would put a consonant after it, so that when we're blending, we would say as a class, ed, ed. Okay, then I could just move around different sounds and put them at the end, F. So we have F. Now I can put in a new vowel and we would have if. I always, when I first start, I start blending with 2 sounds, and I keep a consonant on the right side because we want to keep this a closed syllable. We've been teaching them that this says if, and we want to make sure it says if. We don't want this to be on this side because technically that says fi, and we have not yet taught them open syllables. So we want to make sure it stays closed, but our really young ones may have trouble blending more than 2 sounds. We want to make sure they could do 2 sounds first before we add a 3rd sound. Once we find that they can do a really good job, then we start giving them, different nonsense words. And so we might make it 3 sounds, and then we say our sounds together, t, if, tiff, and blend it. T, af, taff, and blend it. S, af, saf. Now, it doesn't matter that these are nonsense words because these are really just manipulating all the sounds in our language so that they will be able to do it whether this was sat or if we had sit or it doesn't matter because we're manipulating them and moving them all the way around, and they'll be able to read any CVC combination. We also have our digraphs so that we can practice those as well. So they will see these in words that they will commonly need to know even in kindergarten, and they can practice those as well. But they know that on each card there is only 1 sound. So they won't say k because this is 1 sound card and that's going to be ch. Okay? Now the way I play this with kids is I'll hand these cards out to them and they're all sitting on the floor in front of me, and then I will say if that's satch and there is a student out on the floor holding the U, I would say, can somebody make it such? So the child with the U would come up, and what they do is they take whatever sound is here back with them, and they have such. Okay, so then I could ask another student to make it sup, and if they had, they would come up, they would take this back with them and leave that behind. You want to make sure that every child has a card, because if they don't, then that's when they start poking at their neighbor. But they really enjoy being interactive and getting up and doing phoneme manipulation and seeing all the possible combinations of things that they can blend. Don't worry about the fact that they're nonsense words. Nonsense words are great for them to practice. Don't worry about trying to make it a real word, because they'll learn how to read 1-syllable real words pretty easily just by doing this process. And then when a word comes in front of them and they don't know, because really a nonsense word is just a word a child hasn't learned how to read yet. So if they can do nonsense words, then sup may not seem like a word, but when they come to supper and they have to sound that out, they'll be able to figure that out. And just because a word is short doesn't mean it's phonetically difficult, or phonetically easy. It could be phonetically easy, but the meaning could be difficult, as in wit. They'd be able to read sit, but we want them to be able to read wit when it comes time for them to have something where that word might be in their lexicon. So don't be afraid of the nonsense words. If you want to learn more about them, I have another video on why nonsense words are so important. If you are interested in purchasing the supersized sounds for your classroom, you can check out the link below to supersized sounds, as well as a ton of other multisensory materials you can use every day. Thank you.